So this is my small humble garage where I do servicing for the bikes, and right now what we have here is my CBR 250. So it's up for basic service. I had to change the battery, clean up the air filter or replace the air filter, change the oil, lube up the chain or align the chain. So right now what I've done is remove the fairing, which is kind of bit tedious task. Cleaned up the bay area, where your battery lies, and the rats, they had made a house out of here, so I had to clean up a bit. It was smelly as well as dusty, so that's done. So next I will try to remove this and see if any dirt or dust is there inside, clean that up, and yeah, so once I start, I will start showing. So the first thing what I'm gonna do is change the battery. So I've got this Amaron 7Ah bats. So before I put it in, I'll just try to charge it up a bit with the battery maintainer. So yeah, it's charging right now. Let's wait it out till it becomes green. So here I got the new air filter. I'll just cut it off. So we'll replace the old one with this new one. So just a plug and play type. What I have to do is push this back into the socket and push it upwards. That's done. Okay, so I have replaced the air filter, so it's nicely tucked in there. I have also managed to clean the cap for this chamber. So okay, so there are two screws. So there are two screws which goes in here. So it's a bit difficult with one hand holding the phone and doing the work with the other hand, but still I'm trying to manage a bit. Make sure the cap is placed in properly. Okay, that's done. Alright, I'll be fixing the new battery. So I got a 7 amp battery, so 7Ah actually. So here are the battery nuts. I'll just tap them in Vaseline before I put back. Same, I'll repeat it once I connect it onto the terminals again. Okay, so the battery is connected. I'll just give it a crank. Let's see if the fuel pump, everything is in place. Okay, it's primed now. So, well, it's time to replace the engine oil. So I'll be opening up this drain nut and removing the oil, and we'll be doing an engine oil flush process. Then we'll fill it up with the Pakelo engine oil. It's specific for CBRs. Alright, so before we drain the engine, we'll add some engine oil flush. That is the liquid moly engine shooter. You can use any one of the engine flush. So as per liquid moly, it's about one bottle, that is 80 ml for 1 to 2 liter engine capacity. I guess there you can see the engine oil flush. It's almost started cleaning, so you can see the clarity over here. Now we'll cover this. Alright, now the engine oil is removed along with the engine flush. So I would be now putting in this ordinary oil 20W40 with the same rating, so that this will now pull out actually all the residues which is left behind or which is stuck somewhere. So this oil is also almost the same rating, 20W40 and Josoma 2. So yeah, here we go. So we'll just watch if it's going above the level. So this is the only purpose, is just to clean up the engine oil residues. So yeah, it's almost 1.5 liters, just above the level. Of course, you can reuse this oil for next time when you're having a engine oil flush, because it's not much contaminated. I'll just send it back and switch on the engine for maybe around 5-10 minutes. So this is the oil which I got after draining the engine oil flush. This was the original oil with the engine flush, and this is after the cleanup. So if you look at this, even this is much dirty, and I could see the clunk particles. Yeah, this was there in the engine or the gearbox, I would say. Yep, good thing that we got it out. Alright, it's time to fill up the engine oil. So I got this Pakelo Lubricant from Pakelo. So Multistint MBK, that's what it's called, and it has this say 10W30, the same spec recommended for the CBR 250. And yeah, I've been hearing quite a bit good reviews about this, and even one of my friend has recommended, so we'll be trying it out for the first time. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes. Comes in a decent packing, let's see. Yep, neatly packed. So let's clean up the old funnel a bit because it has some residues from the previous drain. So it should take about 1.8 liters because we have just replaced the filter. And the best way to do is fill it up a bit and put it on the two wheels so that it's well balanced onto the floor. So you'll get a proper leveling of the oil. There goes the first bottle. Yeah, so I can definitely feel there is less fight from the engine. The sound of the engine seems a little smoother. So I'll have a small spin and I'll update. Alright guys, so the basic servicing is done. So, and the initial feel what I got from the oil replacement is that I felt the vibes a little lesser. The running, the sound seems to be slightly milder. It doesn't have that clinging noise of the engine and stuff. So let's go for a small spin and I will get back to you what I felt with the oil change. Alright, so I'm back from the small spin. Took up to 60 kilometers per hour speed, and what I could feel was like, yeah, definitely the engine runs a little smoother. The gear shifts were much more softer, and there was no clunky sound of the gear shift. Overall, the performance looks good as of now. Let me run for a longer ride, maybe 100-200 kilometers. Then we can come to know how this engine performs. Yeah, even cooling wise, I would say much cooler, because I had run it for around 20 minutes on idle, so I didn't feel the heat thrown up too much. So yeah, that's also a good thing. Yep, that's it.